Here's one way to help plan your garden so you have fresh flowers and veggies all season long. So you're going to use a spreadsheet to help you plan, and first you're just going to list out some of the basic information. So the seed you're growing, the succession, which is basically just to have fresh crops all season long. You have to plant seeds multiple times, so each time you plant you'll add a new row, 1, 2, and so on. And then over here you're going to list the season that it's for. So I have tomatoes for this example, so that's summer. Then you're just going to start capturing some of the information that's in your seed packet. So if this plant is a direct sow or transplant, the days to sprout and the days to harvest or maturity. And sometimes these are listed as ranges, so you're just going to want to pick one day somewhere within that range because formulas will work off of these. Then you're going to list the day that you started your seeds, and you can play around with this. If you know that you need a certain crop on a certain day, you can test out different start dates to see when that would give you the harvest date you need. Then these two columns in blue are just for transplants, so this is your harden off date first. So this formula calculates 28 days after your seed start date, and you can adjust this based on your experience, how many days need to be added. Then this transplant date over here adds 14 days after your harden off date. And once you have all that information entered, you can calculate your harvest date. So for seeds that are direct sow, this will calculate the harvest date based on your start date plus your days to sprout plus your days to maturity. And for transplants, it'll add the transplant date plus the days to maturity. So then, like I said, you can play around with your start date to see what harvest date it'll give you to make sure that you have things to harvest all season long. And the rest of these columns are just for your own reference, so if you want to save seedlings for future years, if you want to keep track of the full ranges for your days to sprout and days to harvest, and also your location if you want to do any crop rotation. And then finally, I like to note the growth habit if it's indeterminate or determinate, and the height and width at maturity to make sure that I'm not shading out my other plants in the bed that I'm planting this in. Happy planting!